Woohoo! We are live. Let me flip this around. Hey y'all! Welcome back to the Wood by Wright shop. Or I guess we're out of the shop. Whoa! My camera's having fun here. Why am I not balancing? Alright, so you're figuring this out. So, we are here at the Midwest Tool Collectors Meet. This is the 2019... Oh, I gotta balance this out just a moment here. Gotta figure out why my camera is not functioning right today. It's that one. But you can just see all the tools we have for sale here. Not that one, there we go. Now let's try it. Wow, having fun. I was fixed earlier, but apparently, there we go, now we're balanced. Hey, having fun. So we're at the Midwest Tool Collectors Meet. This is the one in St. Francis, and you can kind of have an idea here of all the tools for sale. I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of everything. And if you want to come to this one, it's only open for another hour and a half or so. We are at the Lions Club in St. Francis, Wisconsin. The next one that I will be at is in Loves Park, Illinois. That will be in mid-April. I want to say the 14th. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you do have to be a member of the Midwest Tool Collectors to come to one of these. And I'll try and leave a link to that down below in the description. But you can show up at the door and become a member. But yeah, I'm going to take you through. If you have any questions, let me know. Let's see what all's going on here. Hopefully I don't have any more camera issues. I had some car trouble on the way here. I'm a bit late, so we'll get into this. Let's flip it around. Okay. So, some braces. Saw filing jig. So you can set up the saw on here, put the plate through here, and this will hold it at a specific angle, so you're always running the same angle. There's a bunch of router planes. 80 bucks, 130, 95. I'm thinking I might pick up a few things here today. Man, the price of these 62s has just gone through the roof. Now they're asking $375 for it, which I've seen it more expensive than that even. Come around here. So if anyone has questions, go ahead and throw them up there. Take a look. 55 with all the pieces. What city am I in? I'm in St. Francis, Wisconsin today. We're at the just south of Milwaukee. This is one of the local meets. Some cool old ones here. So this isn't the national, but it is one of the better local meets. Another 62.
No, that's for a cow.
Let's come on over here. Not quite so antique, but still kind of cool. Hey, I could use a good pencil sharpener. And there's a press. What's what I'm looking for? Thing. Ooh. Well, that's kind of cool. Check out that. So I thought about making one like this for doing some of the leather work. Some of the closer things. It's a nice piece. Howdy. Let's see what we got over here. Some vice screws for when you don't have enough vices in your life. Oh, there's a cool vice. Base for it. Stand-bills, slicks. Might be back to look through the slicks a little later. We'll see. Let's see, we got some levels. Oh, check out this. This one would mount underneath the bench, and you can have the woodworking vise here, and then you can rotate the whole head. Or, can you rotate the head on this one? Yeah. Okay, so this one, you can rotate the whole head, and then you can have the metalworking vise on the other side. So it's kind of a nice all-in-one vise system. Check out that little wooden hand clamp. That's kind of cool. Beast of an old vise. Check that sucker out. 125? That is not bad at all. That's not bad at all. Is that Wilton? No. That's cool. Good old fan. grinder. Having fun yet?
I am. I like your YouTube channel.
Oh, thank you. Chris?
Chris, yes.
Good to meet you. You want to be on YouTube?
Selfie stick there.
Yeah. Doing the normal walkthrough.
Yeah. Keep it up. Keep up the work.
Thank you. Will do. It's always fun to meet new people here. Wooden hand screws. You can never have enough of those suckers. If any of you want to see a price on something or want me to check something a little closer, let me know. Oh, that's kind of cool. Check this out. So it's a beam clamp, but rather than being a screw down, you just lever this in. That's actually kind of funky. I haven't seen one like that before. 20 bucks? I don't know. I might be back to look at those. That's kind of a cool design. Beautiful old screwdrivers. Okay, let's go on over here. What's that?
At first I thought you were holding up a whole tool over there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, check this out. This is a axe, and you see how it's... what city are you in? I'm in St. Francis, Wisconsin. So this axe has one side, so the bevel's only on the one side, so you can stand beside the log and run down the log. You can see the handle is twisted out, so you can stand off to the side of it. South America, Chile, good to have you on here. Anyone want any coping saws, fret saws? There's a big beast of an old joiner. A couple American back saws, draw knives, egg beater drills. This is the reason why I like coming to these things. You can always find the tool you're looking for. Braces, punches, files, floats, transitional hand planes. Minnesota, good to have you on here. Yeah, there's one coming up in Minnesota, if I remember correctly, here soon. Card scrapers, squares, all the old molding planes. Come around this way. More molding planes. Anyone want any old... good story. Here's a number 4.5. Record. Actually, that one's on my list. I might have to come back and take a look at it. Chile, good to have you on here. Hey, 69 with... This one actually has the fence and the depth stop on it. Not very common you come across both those. If you find just the fence or just the depth stop, you can sell it for almost the price of the whole thing. Oh, check out that old joiner. That's beautiful. Tool cabinet, Stanley tool chest. They do actually have things like this in the UK. If you go to my website, let me flip this around for a second. If you go to my website, woodbywright.com, go to tools, down at the bottom I have antique tools, and I have a list of all the places I know of where you can buy hand tools. And on that list are places all around the world. And so we call it the Midwest Tool Collectors, but there are actually a few meets that are in other places, as well as other collecting societies that do things like this as well. So go on there and you'd be surprised. I'm going to be in UK in May, and I already have several stops I want to go to that have things there that I can't get. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, you'd be surprised. There are things like this around. It's harder to find in like Southern Europe. There aren't as much, but yeah. Where St. Francis is this? We are in the. This is the Lions Club, St. Francis. So if you come, you can join and become a member at the door, but you do have to be a member to buy things. But it's only open for another probably about an hour and a half. People are going to start wrapping up. Oh, check out that little beauty. That is pretty. This is St. Francis, Wisconsin. Gouges, slicks. Check out those old files. Beastly long things. Cool. See you in a while, Norbert. feel free to stop and say hi. There's a stair saw. What is that? If I slide in front of you? I'm trying to see what this thing is. Oh, it's a planer, a joiner. That's kind of cool. I've never seen one like that before. Mallets, hammers, auger bits, a few Jennings bits, rules, braces. We go around these people. This is one of the bigger local meets, so they tend to be a little bit more packed than others. Tool cabinet. How do you keep your source straight when you cut? I don't know what you're talking about, sorry. Hey, not too bad. What's the name?
Good.
What's that? All right, good to see you. Having fun yet?
Oh, yeah.
One half of a pair. Stanley 98. There's also a Stanley 99, which is the mirror image of this. It's missing the fence. But those are always fun. More carving tools. The junk box is $3, $4, $5. Here, let's go down to the end of this table. Try and get in around everyone. A little packed here today.
A little too thin an aisle, huh?
Anyone want any levels?
It was a slender door.
Check this out. This is an apple peeler. So you put your apple on here, and this blade will ride along. So as you crank it, the blade will peel the apple. A couple transitional smoothers. Trammel points down here. Those are pretty joiners. Check those out.
Say again?
Oh, I'm talking to the video.
Okay.
Router bits. Don't try and stick those in your hand router. You'd be surprised. They're all over the United States, all over the world. I have a map on my website where you can see these, and they are. I've had so many people who don't realize that these are literally miles away from them because they don't advertise at all. They're just in the collectors. So if you want to see it, they're all over the place. Check out these carving tools. Yeah, I've been showing several wooden jointers already, and I actually made a wooden low-angle jack, which is basically a joiner. Check this out. 8-foot level. Oh, there's a big auger bit. That's got to be like, what, a 2-inch auger with a T-handle? Another big one over there, too. I'm trying to get around these people here. Sorry? Oh, check out this press. So you grind this, then feed your material through here, and it'll press the shape into it. That is cool. That is a massive auger. But yeah, if you don't think that if you think that there aren't any of these around you, you may be surprised. So definitely go look at the list, look at the website. I have a map of them all over the place, and every meet I talk to people who are like, I never thought anything was like this near me, and then come to find out it's miles down the road from me. I had one guy who lived 3 miles away from an event that had been happening every year for 30 years, and he never knew about it. So you never know. Antler knives. Some hand saws. Some of them had some work done on them. Hollows and rounds. 2 through 18. One of the planes in 4, 3, 18 cut shorter. So it's a half set for $350. Huh. I might have to come back and look through that. Hammer handles. Check out that BC rasp. That is pretty.
Does it have a gyro in it?
Yeah. Makes it a lot easier for this.
Oh man, it really steadies things up, doesn't it? That's cool. I've never seen one quite like that. That's small.
How do you walk by all these tools and not buy all? Well, yeah, many of them I have. I've come to so many of these that, yeah. How much? So, folding draw knife, that one's on my list one of these days. I have so many draw knives, but I don't have any that are folding. Sorry, if I missed your question, go ahead and throw it up there again. I can only see the last two that were put up. Oh, here's a nice set. Spur auger bits, a ginning set. It looks to be complete. That is pretty, really nice condition. The fence for the planes. Oh yeah, that was back here. The joiner gauge. So you can actually mount this to the side of the plane and then run along it so it keeps it nice and square. 175. That's a little on the high side, but not bad. Usually they're around 150 or so with the box and all. It's hard to find them without the box. Yeah, it's kind of a useless tool for me, but a lot of people really like them, so everyone's different. Saw sets, yeah, check this out with the box and everything. 35 bucks. Oh, the joiner plane here. Let's see. Okay, here's a Stanley number 7 with the box. Really nice condition. I'm going to be guessing somewhere around 275. Somewhere around 275 is my guess. Let's see. 250. So not a bad price. Really, really good condition. I mean, the decal is still on this thing. That is gorgeous. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep an eye on this beam drill. I might come back and look at that. We'll see. Check out these beastly things for the crown molding or other things like that. Huge, huge pins. Very beautiful. Number 85 scraper. Yeah, I want to do some more timber framing, and so I want to get a beam drill as well. Ooh, that's pretty. Here's a dowel maker. Or not a dowel maker, a dowel trimmer. So you can actually run a dowel through here, and then the blade cuts it. It's kind of a cool tool. Number 2s. Bedrock number 4, or 604. Some barrel maker's plane. Now here's a chamfer plane. So you can set, so you can set the stop here and set whatever chamfer size you want. Huh, I haven't seen one quite like that before. It's kind of cool. Small woman's tooth. 90 bucks, that's not bad. This is actually a skewed rabbit plane, and you can take this side off of it so the blade can go all the way up against the rabbit. I bought one of those at the last one, but it didn't have the fence on the side. An aluminum number 6. Wow. You don't come across that one much. A 6A for 80 bucks. Wow, I might actually come back for that. 80 bucks is not a bad price. Well, there are some tables here are very rusted. If you go to the national meets, you get to go to the outside sales, and some of those have incredibly rusted tools for really good prices. Coming around some people here. Turning tools. There's a box of screwdrivers I might come back and look at. Anyone looking for old hand saws? Wooden core box plane. You don't see that very often. That's kind of cool. Well, aluminum was made for different reasons other than advantages to it. It's not as good as steel, but some people really like it. Transitional joiners. Those are pretty. Some good shears. Every shop needs shears. That's just something that a lot of people like to overthink and overlook. No, they don't leave black marks. You don't push enough for that, unless there's some weird scuff. Cast iron pots. We're live on YouTube. Trying to get more people to come to these. I try not to show off people's faces unless they want it.
Yeah, I don't care.
Where are the national meets held? There's usually one immediately in the Midwest and then one a little outside of the Midwest. The next one is in Peoria, Illinois. That's in June. That's a beautiful destination. I want one of them. I had one of those a while ago. I gave it to a friend. I need to get another one here soon.
Are you talking to me or to your machine?
What's that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I have people live asking me questions back on here. So brace drill. Let's come around this way. Oh, and then up here, you have display tables where they get to show off some things. I'll take those up here in a little bit. Those are kind of cool. Good way to learn about things.
Is that going to be on the Midwest website?
No, this one's on my website, woodbywright.com. On YouTube, woodbywright.com.
Wood Wright?
Wood by Wright.
Wood by Wright.
Now, I do lives at wherever all the meets that I go to. It's one of the best ways to get people to want to come to these.
Woodbywright.com?
Well, yeah. Germany.
I like watching that stuff too.
Yeah, it's the Wood by Wright YouTube channel.
All small letters?
Yep.
Wright, W-R.
Yep.
I-G-H-T.
Yep.
.com.
Yep.
All right, thank you.
Cool. Check out these old braces. My wish list is odd. I don't come to these anymore looking for a particular tool because I want to do a video on this thing and show off what it is. So I'm always looking for interesting things that I can make a video about. On these ones, the truck it's got the square insert, so you have the tapered square. I'll show you that. The tapered square bit, just like any other, and then it comes in here and there's a set screw. Or like this one, you'd have a screw that would clamp the two halves together. But most of them have like this little thumb screw here that you could clamp down on that tapered square.
There he is.
Howdy.
When I see you, I'm Jerry Anderson.
Jerry, good to meet you.
I'm one of your subscribers.
Thank you. Yeah, doing the live for right now.
Glad to see you could make it. I was worried. I didn't know how bad the weather was down there.
Yeah, I had car troubles this morning, so I didn't get here until about a half hour ago.
I've been looking for it. Good. I love your stuff.
Thank you.
Do good work. I'm from.
You want to be on here?
I'm from locally right here.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's great. Looking forward to seeing you down in Illinois. Some of the meets.
You come down to the meet in April?
I've been. Yes. I've been thinking about joining for the last 3-4 years. I don't even know how I found your. I don't even know how I hit it on it, but I must have been looking up something else, and I saw you, and just I do a lot of carpentry, doors and stuff. Cool. Like your work. Glad to see you got your kids. That's great. I liked your daughters. You working with your daughter the other week. That was nice. Real nice. I got a couple of really young 6-year-old boys. I'm hoping to get them into it too. Sweet. That's great. Great. I didn't know if I'd find you. Well, you have fun.
Thank you.
Good meeting you.
Good to meet you. Let's go back down to this. So we got some more block planes. Let me see. Did I miss any comments while I turned around? Wow, you are patient. Oh, no. I like to talk to people. Once I'm done with this, I'll go back and talk to a few more people. I want to say hi. But everyone has to... Normally, I go through these and saw set for $2. People always ask me that. Normally, I go through these ahead of time and I take pictures and I walk through and I buy a few things and then I do the live. But I got here late, so I have to do the live now. Saw sets $5. $5. Books. There's a saw vise. I'm not as much of a huge fan of a combination square. A lot of people really like them, but I just don't find them as much. Yeah. The more people want to talk to me, the less I get a chance to make these. Oh, this is kind of cool. This is actually a saw set. And so you can put it in here and bend the plate until it touches. And so that would be the way you could set the teeth on the saw without a mechanical thing. There's a bunch of different ways to set teeth on a saw. I want to do a video on that here sometime. Some Stanley marking gauges. Some people really like a transitional plane for smoother. I do as well. As to the burnishing on a smoothing plane, because it's such a fine cut, there really is no massive benefit from the smoothing. Some people say there is, but I haven't noticed it. But everyone's different. Some people really like it, some people don't. I do like it, but I just like the feeling of the wood sliding across the wood you're working on. We're looking for irons, lever caps, the bucket handles, $1 each, whatever handle you want. Look at all these bit sets. Those are kind of cool. Bit holders. Let's see, what has he got in here? Hammers. I might come back and look at these tenoners. Yeah, I've talked about setting in several of my videos, but I've never actually done a video on saw setting, so I want you to do several of them. But I might come back and look at these tenoners, because I want to do some Windsor chairs here soon, and I'm thinking that would be kind of fun to play with. Here we go. Compass planes. Anybody want a hand plane? Let's see what the prices are on one of these. All right, so here's off-brand number 5, $50, $30. Those make good users. They're the type of thing where you're not going to be showing them, but you restore them, they make a really good user. Block planes. Any Travishers? I just saw one recently. I don't remember where I saw it, but yeah, there are a few here. Spoke shaves, other spoke shaves, more spoke shaves. Yeah, I want to do a Windsor rocking chair here soon. That would make a good video. We'll see. I was actually talking with a guy just yesterday about possibly doing that. $5 each. Knives. Everybody likes knives. Excuse me. Okay, let's see what we got over here. Oh, this is a cool set. Don't come across these. These are hollow and round soles that you can put on a Stanley 45. So you can do hollow and round work with a 45. Those have become really expensive. Let's see the price on these. So here's the irons. I don't see a price listed on them. And sometimes those are like $400 for a full set. They're very hard to come by. Stanley 55. St. Petersburg. Good to have you on here. Another 60. $225. That's not a bad price, actually. These have gotten up. When I first got into it, you could pick one of these up for $90 to $100, and now it's uncommon to see them under $300. The Stanley 62 original low angle. They're just it's a cool plane, but it's not one I would use that much. Although I have been using my low angle more and more, so I can't say as much. Here's a Jackrabbit, jack plane. I'd like to get one of those sometime. An old Stanley Bedrock. Some levels. It's for a miter box saw. That's a lot of old wooden planes. some transitionals. All three, $15. All these planes, $1 each. All three levels, $10.
I don't know him that well. His wife said most people
Oh, that's cool. Might come back to that one.
that would make
$2 for any one item. That's kind of cool. Block planes. Turning tools. Oops, sorry, I'm down a little ways. Come around here. Oop. Aisle's a little blocked right now, so I'm waiting until I can get around. There we go. Oh, I love these steeple nuts. When the nut sticks up like that.
Oh.
Those are pretty. There are a couple meets in Australia, though I've been told they're not as good. Australia is a harder place to find tools. Back saws are for collecting. I don't remember saying back saws are for collecting, not for using. I use a back saw most every day. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Are the standard bench saw. I use back saw more than I use regular hand saws. 4.5s. That's a lot of 4.5s. Look at this. Oops, sorry, is that too high? 4.5, 4.5, 4.5, 4.5. You don't come across those as much. Turning tools. Transitionals. Here are some shoulder planes. Shoulder planes are expensive, but a good shoulder plane is a valuable tool to have. Sets up quickly and easily. Big slick. Oh, Austria, not Australia. Yeah, Austria is even harder. there isn't much that way. Oh, that's a pretty old one. A pocket hole bit. No, I have not found another pocket hole bit yet. I want another pocket hole bit. Yeah, these screwdrivers here, you can actually set up and you can grab this with a wrench and then turn the screwdriver. It's kind of cool. I like these little things. What does he have on these? I don't see a price on those. Might have to come back and ask him. Oh, prism glasses. These are so you can read while laying down. So you can look down along your, so there's a mirror when you look out, you see the mirror and look out the face. They're kind of a fun old tool. Hey, check out this sucker. This is a common way of making your own ads. So you can make a frame like that and the handle could rather easily be replaced. Kind of a cool thing. Big old rat trap. More wrenches, squares, measuring devices, bucket of tools, display anvils. There's a lot of people who collect display anvils. So a salesman would take those along to show off what they can do, and then the real one would be shipped off. What's the most rarest thing I don't know. It's hard to say the rarest thing. Oh, here's an old one. Miller Falls in the box. That is cool. Would it be possible to buy tools via you and give... I don't buy tools for people who are not members of the Midwest Tool Collectors because you have to be a Midwest Tool Collector to come to these. And I don't do it as much anymore just because it's gotten busy. But if it's something you want, let me know ahead of time and I might see it ahead of time if you are a Midwest Tool Collector. That's pretty. Some Lee Nielsen stuff. No, doing a live video on YouTube, so. Showing it off to people who can't come.
Home while you're beer drinking?
What's that?
You're going to show it at home while you're
No,
drinking?
there's people watching right now around the world.
Around the world?
Yeah, I got people on here from Austria, Australia, Brazil, yeah, all over the world right now. Yep. 2 cherries chisels. Wow, that's quite a collection. $6.85 for both or each?
I ain't mine.
Oh. Wow. I might come back for those. Yeah, that's happiness. Don't let my mom see that. She would buy them all in a moment. What are the 4.5s bringing? Most of the 4.5s are 90 to 100 in a good usable condition. In good shape but need a lot of restoration, you might get them as cheap as $60. 4.5s, because they're harder to find, are a bit more expensive. So these are all planes with decent patina. Ooh, infills. Let's see. Wow. Those are happy. These are all the bedrock planes. More bedrocks. Look at all those bedrocks. I still do not own a single bedrock. One of these days I'll pick up a couple, but they make the wood feel a little bit better, but they're not amazingly better. Okay, let me see what these stools are. What is he asking for them? 150? Oh, that's kind of cool. I might come back and play with one of those. These are swing out seats, so you can mount it the leg and then swing it out. We'll see. That might be a fun one to carve a seat for. So you got anything you want me to go back and take a look at, let me know. A set of ginning bits, $5, $4. There's a nice old joiner. Someone did a brazing job on it back, or welding job back there. That's kind of cool. An aluminum handle. They made these as replacements, so when you broke your handle, you could buy an aluminum replacement. Wow, you got a good deal on a 4.5 then. That's a decent price. Although I got mine for $25. I bought it at a garage sale. Guy had no idea what he had, and I was very happy to get it. Hey, 63 degrees. Good to have you on here. Chisels. Oh, check out these joiners back here. Pretty old piece. Sorry. Those are cool. Here, actually, before we do this last table, I'm going to go up here and show you the displays. So they do the displays up here on the stage. Here, check these out. These are... this is a Milwaukee plane maker made all of these. So he's been collecting them and showing them off. These are gorgeous. Check out the figure on that plane. Yeah, these are for doing crown molding, and they have boxing, which is boxwood, at all of the heavy wear points. So these aren't for sale. These are just displays so you can learn about them. Learn about the guy who made them. Let's see. Tools enhanced with carved decoration. So wooden tools that have been carved. Kind of a cool collection. Now check that out. That is actually a chalk line, that lion. An old style chalk line. A plow plane. Wow, that, oops, sorry, down was no. A plow plane right here. So this is actually the fence, a very long fence that would reference something. Other chalk lines. Old hag's tooth. Let's see what we have. Green gadgets and more. And then we've got salesman samples. So that's kind of cool. So you can see like can sizes, bearings, rulers, hinges. Huh. And then over here we've got, what is this? Okay. Display reverse phones. All right, this is a wood pipe auger. Oh, that is cool. Okay, let me show you this. This is an auger, so you could put a big handle on here, and you can make a wooden pipe out of a log. So you could run this down and make a wooden pipe. Sewer pipes in London, even in Americas, were made of wooden. Wow, that is cool. So this would have been sharpened, and you could run this down and cut. And so it's like a 6-inch diameter wood drill bit. What is an infill plane? I'm walking. Let me flip this around. An infill plane is a metal body plane that then is filled with wood, and they feel fantastic. So they have the weight of the metal, but they have the sound and tactile bounce of a wooden plane. They're incredibly expensive because they're very hard to make, but they are beautiful and feel great. So we flip this back around. Okay, we're on the last few tables, so if anyone has any questions they want, go ahead and ship them out to me now, and I'll try and get them if there's something you want me to go back and see. But I'm probably wrapping this up in about 5-10 minutes or so. Huh. It's an interesting collection of pins and bottle openers. Some good old wooden plow planes. Transitional joiner. There's a compass plane. We have quite a few compass planes here today. This is a cool block plane here. You can actually flip around. Sorry. You can flip around the iron from this side to this side, so it can become close, or you can have the full. Those are always kind of fun. Will you be at the Springfield meet in September? I'm hoping to make it to that one. It's not on my calendar yet because it won't be until a couple months beforehand. But yes, I am trying to be at the Springfield, Illinois meet. There's a good brass drill. In Missouri, yes. Yes, there are, I think there's at least one meet in Missouri. But a lot of these people drive 4, 5, 6 hours to get to. Wrenches and you're fine. Wrenches and bits. These are kind of cool. So I think that about does it for this meet. And if any of you want to find out if any of these are near you, let me flip that around. Oops, there we go. If you want to find out if any of these are near you, you can go on my website, woodbywright.com, and on the website, you can go to tools on the top, and then down at the bottom of that page, there's antique tools. Antique page. I have an entire page listed with all the places I know of to buy hand tools, all around the world, even online websites that I trust, and tool collecting associations. So there's the Midwest Tool Collectors, which is the big one, but there are other ones around the world that are specified. So there are collecting organizations like this that meet everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but 90% of the population has one close to them, or 90% of the English-speaking population. I haven't gotten as much into like China and India, but yeah, we'll get those eventually. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or a message. Let me see if I'm missing anything on here. What are the dues? It's $25 a year to join the Midwest Tool Collectors, and with that you get several publications and some really good history on tools, as well as you get invited to the meets. So you can then get a chance to go to these. You have to be a Midwest Tool Collectors member. You can join at the door, but it's $25 then plus your entrance fee to get into one of these meets. Let's see what else we have. Yeah, the reason we do the membership is that we can get around having to do taxes. You can get around all of the other insurance and things like that with having to do an open swap meet. So it makes it easier for that, and also makes the tools cheaper because then the people at the tables don't have to pay for the event. Everyone shares the price of the event. So the price of the tools is a little cheaper, so those don't have to go up. So yeah, let me do a last scan around, and I think that's about it, unless anyone has any last minute questions. This has been the Midwest Tool Collectors 2019 meet in, where are we at? We are in St. Francis, Wisconsin. So I think that'll about do it. And until next time.